This is Team Spicy Boys hitting you with a live deck profile with our
Steven Schaffer
from our Valentine's Arg event. What deck did you play today?
Today I decided to play the Shenron hand control variant. The leader speaks for itself, add 2 Dragon Balls, flip it, do crazy things with a lot of extra cards. So started off with 3 Dragon Radar. I really like to recycle the 1-drop Dragon Ball as well as the 3 world pieces within the deck. And
you want to turn your cards around?
The 3 world pieces, the 4 Child's Wish. And
how do you like 4 Child's Wish compared to 3?
My build is super aggro when it comes to the 3 drops, so being able to play 4 of these and cycle through them with a certain card in here allows me to take the hand really fast. With those, of course, I have to play the 7 Dragon Balls, so I played 5 0 drops, 2 1 drops, mainly cycling this on turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3 off of
Dragon Radar, yeah.
From there,
that's all the extra cards you run?
That's all the extra cards. No negates in this deck at all.
Okay.
And we go super combos, 4 Trunks, staple, 2 time control Cornoas. I don't like Broly. I don't like anything that plays cards for the hand for free, so this is to stop that, obviously.
Yeah, Broly's being one of your harder matchups, I feel.
It is one of the harder matchups. Fortunately, I did not play any of those today. I played a lot of different decks, no Broly. I avoided it, but I am ready for it with this. So 2 of those. 2 quick thinking Go Tanks. The card's good. Every time I swing, I draw a card, and they take a crit.
Yeah, not be able to replenish their hand from being attacked.
The whole point is really to be able to hit them and not let them add cards to their hand while taking from it. Next was Body Change Ginyu 2. I wanted to play 3, but I felt like 2 was the right call. There are targets, but a lot of players are playing barrier cards right now. So using this, mainly got charged today. I think I used it once all day, and I think it bit me actually. When I used it, I ended up losing because of it.
I feel like it's mostly good in the mirror match. You take their Shenrons.
Yeah, no mirrors here. I was the only Shenron player besides for one other, but nobody else was playing it, so I didn't really have to worry about that. Next was 3 burst attack. Well, I'm taking their hand and obviously protecting my life. I get to replenish, and they take crit yet again. This was the MVP of the deck.
Alright, so what's this card do?
Honed Move Yamcha, when it comes to the field, I get to take a life, and then they have to discard a card. So it's essentially a plus 2, and he's a crit. And he's a 3-drop, so he gets to come out off of Child's Wish.
Now I haven't seen anyone else run that card. Very interesting tech.
There's another tech that goes along with this, but it was mainly for the Broly matchup, and it was this.
Oh, so you made that 2 Haru-Harus?
2 Haru-Harus in case I faced the yellow or green. I didn't face them, so they came out every
being able to Child's Wish for 2 and untapping your whole board?
That happened. If that happened, I would have been ecstatic to do it, but I never got to. But that was the
plan. Yeah.
I saw it just about every game and ended up being charged. No yellow, don't really need it. It came out every game. Another big card in the deck was definitely Paronga.
So you maxed out on Parongas.
I felt like Shenron has trouble recovering to big board states, and it has trouble getting around things, and I want to OTK at one point. So a lot of the times I Paronga'd, cleared the board, and then protected it. When I protected it, my opponent lost the next turn or 2 turns later because I just kept clearing the board or keeping a threat where they couldn't play cards. If they did manage to kill it, I was fine with it. It didn't matter, I play 4, I try to get another one. After that was 2 Shenron. It's a staple in this deck. It allows me to OTK. I felt like 2 was the good number because of Ginyu. I didn't want to play 3 or anything like that, but I did side deck an extra.
Yeah, you didn't need to max out on them because you maxed out on the Parungas.
Exactly.
That's the Shenrons are more of your win more card.
Yeah, this is the see and win type of card.
Yeah.
I never charged it. Always ended up playing it, and next turn or 2 turns later, I was winning the game. So after that, it was Dark Duo Deborah. When this comes back off of
World Peace?
World Peace, I get to take 2 cards at random. When it dies, they go back. But a lot of the time, I put my opponent behind so fast that when this hit the board, it cleared the hand, and then they couldn't recover after that. If they managed to kill it, the one time it did get killed, it was only for 1 card. So I never really got crippled by them killing it again.
Yes.
After that, the first win condition.
The 3 odd-out cost Vegeta.
Yep. I don't like 4. I like 3. I feel like that's the magic number in this deck because I get to recycle things so much. And for some reason, every time that I played this, I ended up being at 3 life. So it was either win then or just don't win at all.
It's a big go home.
It was
go big or go home.
Go big or go home. And then the one time that I was gonna play it, well, I left it on the board to set up for the win. He ended up putting me at 1 life, and then the next card ended up winning the game, which was Super 17.
Alternate win con.
Yep, this is the secondary way. I always got my opponent down to 2 cards in hand, and then just drop this, and after that, there's no recovery.
And he can't be countered, correct?
No counters on it. Can't be countered.
So it'd be double strike, crit.
Double strike, crit, triple attack, 6 damage coming in, and most of the time, every time that this hit the board, it was when they had 2 cards. I waited. I would bait a lot of cards and then slam this, and it was a wrap after that. They couldn't. There was no winning because they have no cards and they get nothing back. And then the last card, Beyond Darkness the Migra. 2 games, I was able to put this on the board, give this triple attack with crit, and actually slam this behind.
And then drop the Migra after?
And drop the Migra to just wrap up the floor.
That's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
there.
it happened once, and there was nothing. There was no turning back. The game's over. For the side, 2
Deadly Defender Son Gokus.
Yeah.
Now that's an interesting side card. How did it play out for you?
It played out well. I had situations where I put it in because I had no other cards to really side in or out, and I don't really like this card that much. So, it's a wall, but most of the time,
20K, you had to play it with World Peace, right? If they got,
yeah, I never did that. I just hard casted it if I did play it. But I think every time I saw it, I was so ahead on the board state that it ended up just getting charged. I wish I got to play it, but it's okay. Another 2 Harus.
So essentially maxing out.
Yeah,
against the matchup.
Against the matchup, and it's mandatory against Brawly. If you can get this out off of a Child's Wish and then untap everything and then get to go off again, like, good luck to your opponent.
Haru has crit, right?
Yep, that's another thing too. It does have crit. It adds to the problem of the deck, which is they don't get to replenish their hands. They just keep getting critted.
Yes, correct.
The next card is the 4th World Peace. Never sided it. It was just an extra card in the extra deck. Another at all cost. I ended up siding it in 1 time, and that was because I was playing against Jinimba, and I want to see my combos.
Correct. Yes. So essentially, if you for a big finisher, you throw in the 4th one.
Putting the 4th one in, I don't think it really changed much, but it's there, and I paired it with the 3rd Shenron, just because against Jinimba, it's a real iffy matchup. They say it's a better matchup for me, but I feel like it's still 50-50 at times.
I myself have played the matchup quite often, so it really depends if you can get your energy out there.
I ended up winning the dice roll going first, so I was ahead the whole time. So putting these in game 3 after losing game 2, that won me the game, essentially, because I saw them and they allowed me to do what they're supposed to do. After that, 2 Kamis, I think they're staples at this point. I think you have to kind of play these.
I've seen a lot of people either main them or side them.
Yeah, I think side's good for this deck. I'm not really worried about much. I then played a small blue package in the side, 3 Mufubas. I don't want to get OTK'd by anybody. I want to OTK other people, so we try to get there before them. And obviously, if they get there before me, I play a lot of blue cards already. Plus these, it allows me to stop them and then hopefully win the next turn or before they get their cards back. 2 Courageous Heart, Yajirobe's. Like I said, the small blue package, it's just another card that they have to deal with before they can attempt to kill me.
And you can loop it with Shenron.
That's the best part, is once they kill it, I get to bring it back with Shenron, and then there's another problem for them to deal with, and it constantly, 2 is good, 4 would be too much for me, I think. Maybe 3. but I really don't know what to take out the side at this point. Maybe the Gokus. I wasn't really big on those. And then just an extra blue card, another Gotenks. It's crit, draw a card, and...
Now, I saw you didn't run any defensive beams.
Nope.
How do you feel about those?
They didn't hurt not having them. They're awesome defensively, but I'm not trying to play a defensive game. I'm trying to take as much as possible, and my deck doesn't play... I slide into a lot of blue, but the main deck doesn't play, in my opinion, enough blue. If I played Sensu Beans, I think I would have to play Objections as well, just to get the speed out there, but I'm not 100% with Sensu Bean right now. I didn't even play Negates in the deck because I felt like if I play Brawly, they're going to have a bad ring. So I might as well just stock up on combo power and try to out-combo them, or just pry their hand, take their combo pieces, and win that way.
All right, well, thanks for the profile, man.